My name is Emma, and in today's video I am going to teach you my top study tips. So if you are having a test coming up or an exam, this might be a high school test or it might be the IELTS, the TOEFL, the CELPIP. There's so many different tests. Maybe it's a university exam. Whatever the case, if you have a test coming up, this video is for you. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a lot of well-researched tips that can really help you improve your marks and to feel more confident the day you're actually taking the test. Okay, so let's get started at some study tips. My first question to you is I want you to think about it. You have a test coming up. Where do you study? Some people study in their bed. Some might study in the library, maybe a coffee shop, a classroom, or your home. In your opinion, what is the best place to study? Okay, well, if you said your bed, for most people this is a very bad idea. The reason why is if you're studying in your bed with all your books and your notes, your brain, when you're in bed, you start thinking about sleep. So if you're studying in your bed, you might become very sleepy and it might be harder to study. So I would not recommend this. Okay, I don't think the bed is a good place to study. What about a library? Some people like studying in libraries, and sometimes it's a good idea. But if you're doing an English test, like where you have a speaking component, a library may or may not be a good place for you. What you really want to do is think about where are you taking this test. If you're going to be in a room with many people who maybe are talking or are being loud, you want to study in a similar environment, okay? So for some people, the library, might be a good place. For other people, maybe the library is not the best place. My point is you want to study in a place that is just like the environment you'll be taking the test in. So this is a possibility. Other people might study in coffee shops. Now, if you're doing the IELTS or the TOEFL, this is not a bad idea because at least you're surrounded by people, you're surrounded by distractions, and on your test day, you probably will have some sort of distractions around you, especially if people are doing speaking tests where they're talking and you can hear them. So being around people, if you're doing a test where people will be kind of loud and distracting, a coffee shop is a good idea. But if there's no speaking component to your test, maybe you're just writing an essay or something like that, then maybe a classroom might actually be a better place. If you're in school and you can go to a place that looks like where you're taking the test, this is the best thing you can do. For home, I personally don't think home is the greatest place to study, and I'll tell you why. At home, you have your furniture, you have your bed,